3, 2, 1. We are live. Hello and welcome to the Bennetts Live Podcast, episode 9. Welcome to episode 9. Today is all about working for the man.
Boo.
Working for the man, having a job, J-O-B.
Boo.
Having a career.
It's the worst. Just kidding. Kind of.
Why we do it. Why we, as in the world, do it. Why we, as in me and Casey, are doing it. And really, what's the aims and goals of doing it. So first off, working for the man. What does that mean to us? Working for the man means that somebody else is in charge of what you're doing and you're getting paid off them to do it. At least that's what I think.
Working from 9 to 5, basically.
Working 9 to 5.
For somebody else besides yourself.
What's that saying? Work hard on making your dreams a reality, or you'll work hard making somebody else's dreams a reality.
Preach.
So, why do people work for the man? Well, let's speak for ourselves because...
Why we work for the man? Security, basically. Because we can't live off of what we're doing right now. Right now being the operative word. Hopefully one day we will. But right now we have to work for other people in order to keep us afloat.
Yeah, so let's go over what we do for money. Working for the man.
I'm a teacher. Sucks.
40 hours a week.
Don't get paid enough.
Terrible pay. I coach soccer, which I get paid a lot an hour, but I don't get very many hours. If I had 40 hours a week, 40 hours a week of what I get paid.
Rolling.
Yeah, I get paid roughly $100 an hour to coach soccer. Now, the problem is I only get 8 to 12 hours a month.
Yeah.
If I had 40 hours a week in that job, we would be working for the man. And also, we have our own business.
Businesses.
Barefit is my little one-on-one personal training studio. We're currently in it right now. This is where Mondays through Saturdays, I'm here, usually from 4:30 in the morning till 7:30. And then I'm back here again at 4 p.m. till roughly 8 p.m. some nights, 9 p.m. some nights as well. And I'm doing personal training 1-on-1. That is what I've got my certifications in. That's what I've got my qualifications in. And that is not working for the man. That is our business. I say my because I'm here, but we own it together. That's our business, and that's how we are not working for the man. The issue with that is, at this current point in it, it doesn't make enough money for us just to live off. All right?
And mainly because I took away a lot of the hours. With me having to work, he watches the kid, so he can't commit as much time to it as he
once did
in the summer. Yes.
Yeah. Which is not a problem, but I'm just saying, like, at this current moment in time, if we were to solely survive on the Barefit income, we would struggle. You know, we pay our bills, but then we wouldn't be able to live, I don't think. So the other monies that we bring in is to help us just with day-to-day living. It is because our bills are covered by me working for my own business. Casey's money usually is for groceries and saving. So in reality, it's not like we're going paycheck to paycheck for the most part, meaning that we have no money for food or anything like that, because there is money we could tap into if needed. So we have our business money, Casey's teaching money, my soccer money, and at the end of some months it is super tight for us, but I'm saying
that's because we got long term.
Yeah, but that's because we got long term. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. You put a lot of your paycheck into our savings.
Yeah. Because we have a certain lifestyle that we want to live, because we have values that we want to make sure stay intact and that we achieve. So we put money aside for that.
Yeah. And if we weren't, we'd be living much more comfortably right now. Mm-hmm. But without doing the hard work now, we're never going to get what we want. And I think that's another part that comes back to working for the man. Everybody would love to click their fingers and be able to go, all right, now I am a social media influencer, or now I am the most popular personal trainer in Tucson, or right now I am the best stripper the world has ever seen.
But you got to grind.
Yeah, you got to first off put the time in and
struggle.
And oftentimes, more often than not, you're working the grind for somebody else.
Unless you're one of those people who get lucky, you start your own business and boom, it takes off right away. Life changes forever.
Yeah, like developing an app where people can upload their sports highlights on, and then the winner gets a cash payout every week, and What? Oh, sorry. This is my app that designed.
Or if you're in a market that somebody hasn't hit yet, you're the first, and
like dog mohawks.
Boom, explosion. So
now the industry that we're in with our businesses is not that. People are already in it.
Yeah,
you know?
we haven't come up with something.
We're competing in other people's categories, and thus
like
far
vlogging.
There's 1,000
We
people.
wanted the vlogging to be boom, but we hit vlogging when there was already some big family vloggers.
That's not to say that we won't succeed in it. We are very competitive people, but that's part and parcel of it, though.
And we enjoy it, you know. Like we do it not always for like the business, you know, side of it. Like we do it because we like to go back and watch the videos and stuff, and so your family can see them. So.
But on the working for the man versus working for yourself, like eventually it'll be lovely if you guys watching this on YouTube were helping us out live. You know, that is the aim. Like as much as I love personal training and being athletic and teaching soccer and stuff like that, would it be super nice if I could spend 24 hours a day with you and Bodie? Yeah, maybe it's not, but 22 of them, that would be good. But yeah, that's the plan, to eventually be living in a way that we can spend a lot of time with each other. It's not, we're not like saying we want to make $1 billion like through YouTube, or we want to make $1 billion through our own businesses. We just want to make enough where we can now take a step back and enjoy time together. You know, if that's our number one priority, to be a family, you know. And right now we just don't have that luxury. Right now we've got to work. We've got to work a lot of hours. Casey's got to work a lot of hours for terrible pay. Don't ever become a teacher. That's just the worst pay in life. Like if they believe that that's how much a teacher is worth for the education of the future.
Well, you're investing in the future of your country, and clearly it's not looking too bright.
Yeah, I was gonna say if this is how much you're gonna pay your teachers, who really are the backbone of the next generation, like don't expect any world changes right here in Tucson. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But back to it. People work hard. Like I think that's the part that sometimes I struggle with. I'm not lazy by any means, you know, but working hard for me, there has to be the working hard part's easy. It's the amount of time that you have to do it for. And some people are like, I worked hard my whole entire life, and I always had the same job, and I was a dishwasher from the time I was 16 to the time I was 65, and then retired as a dishwasher. That tells me you don't really have that big of an aspiration to get out of the dishwashing environment.
Working hard for the whole reason that I like, maybe me and Chris have different views on like why we want to be working for ourselves and stuff like that, but my thing is like, and I think older generations, my parents' generation, like it was all, you just went to work. That's what you did. You woke up in the morning, you got ready, you go to work, and then in the evening you get off, and then you have your evenings and your weekends to yourself. And I knew from a very young age that I did not want to be doing that. I didn't want to be sitting in an office from 9 to 5 and then just like going along with the rat race, basically, like getting off, only having my evenings and then having the weekends. Like it just is no sort of,
it's not a life.
No sort of life. You're spending, we should have like got that like little like thing that guy made. Basically there was like a video on Facebook where the guy drew like the beginning of your life, then you're in school till 12th grade or whatever, till you're 18. Add 4 more years to that if you go to college, even though college is a lot better than high school because you get a way more freedom in college. And then from there, from college, you're basically working until you're like, what, 60-ish?
60, 65.
So majority of your life is school and working. And then once you're done working, you have a baby. You have a very short window of time, if you even make it out of working alive, like literally, if you don't die while you're still in the working ages, you have a very short window of life where, cross your fingers if you're still in good health at that age, that you can enjoy life without working. Yeah, so I was like looking at this thing, like, this makes zero sense. There's no way that I'm going to spend the majority of my life grinding in something that I don't even enjoy for a small amount of money, like where I want to just kill myself during the day while I'm at work so I can have 3 hours of freedom before I have to go to bed, and like a little bit of time on the weekends where I probably don't even make enough money to like really go out and enjoy my weekend. Like, nope, not going to do it.
Like, we're in our late 20s right now, and soon we'll be in our 30s. And think about it this way. Even if we would just begin working at 30 and finish at 65, and the retirement rate is getting higher because people can't afford to retire, that's another 30 to 35, 40 years of work. And, like, we're not shy of working. We've worked, and that's all we're doing right now. But there's no way in hell you think I'm going to spend the next 30 years of my life working to enjoy it when I get to 65. Like Casey said, in 35 years' time, my knees might not work, you know? My heart might not work. My brain might be gone, you know? Like
you have to enjoy life now, because literally tomorrow is not promised. You could wake up tomorrow with a brain tumor or wake up tomorrow and find out you got pancreatic cancer and you have 29 days and then you're dead. Like, and you spent all your life doing what? Working?
Yeah. Like, I get it, instituting in your kids to work hard for something that they want, but I just think the world has changed. Like, you don't need to go work for the man 40 hours a week to get what you want anymore. You need to be creative. You need to be innovative. You need to be willing to take the risk.
Unless you don't want to be, and that's another point that we said was like, it's just easy. Working for the man is easy. Everything's set up for you. You show up, you put in your time, and you leave, and boom, you get a paycheck every 2 weeks. That's easy. But
if you're a weekend warrior, this is perfect
you don't
for you.
you don't have the majority of your life is not going to be enjoyable, which is what we are trying to change, which I think we're definitely not alone. I think a lot of our generation is seeing that there's a better way to live life. And is it easier? No, it's not easier. Like, we struggle, obviously, like, we don't have money, you know. It's not like we're like, oh, don't work and you can have the best life ever because you're going to have all this extra money to do things. Like, we still don't have money, but in our, like, family dynamic, we have decided or come to the agreement that, like, we want our family to come first, like, our family's happiness to come first, and then the money, like, we'll sort that out, basically, you know, instead of it being the other way. Like, we got our money guaranteed, like, our money is coming in, we're stable on that side, and then the family time will kind of, like, figure that out and get it together. Like, no,
it's not good. And it's that point. It's that point exactly. Family first. And this our generations to come are going to find ways to make the money where they don't have to trade time for money. Like, I know, and everyone's going to be like, you've got to trade time for money. That's how life works. No, that's how life works if you choose it to. Let's take last year, for example. We had a roof over our head, we had food on the table, and we spent almost every single day with each other. Did we have any money afterwards to do what we wanted to do? Like, in regards to go on vacation or go to Disneyland or buy a t-shirt, you know? We were not living that life, but did we have enough to stay alive, to be protected, and to have shelter? Yes, we did. And was it enjoyable to be able to watch our son develop in his first year of life, spend some good quality time making our relationship as solid as it is now? I believe so. Was it long term to be able to live like that always? We would have needed something to happen last year in regards to our business, which is why this year we've changed it up a little bit to get back working for the man environment, take the correct financial steps forward to eventually step away from working for the man and be successful on our own. So if last year was one extreme where we only did things that we enjoyed, this year is probably not even as extreme as we think for some people, but it's the opposite for us now that we both have jobs and we get it done and we're working, we're always out the house working. Mm-hmm. And we are sacrificing this time now, and like Casey said, the majority of our paycheck goes to savings so that one day we can run our own business where it can be a family business where we can spend time together. And
we're basically doubling up on the work right now. So, like, we're doing our 9 to 5, like, working for the man jobs, as well as pushing our own businesses on the side and putting in the hours on the weekend on our own stuff so that eventually, hopefully, we can switch it out, you know?
Yeah. As soon as the own businesses create more money than the working for the man, then we'll change our approach. It'll be that. And I'd say we're 60-40 man versus our own right now. Working for the man probably provides 60% of the money. Working for ourselves probably provides 40. In the summer, it was probably more 60-40 the other way, you know? Mm-hmm. And but we'd already committed to going to work at school, and that's changed slightly moving forward, which it will do. But that's not to say that my personal training business can't take off, and that's not to say our online presence and personal and store doesn't take off either. prolong and we work hard and put the quality and give the content and provide great items that are of the best quality that people want, you know? Like, just because we're trying to go to the online side of things, or just because we're trying to work for ourselves, doesn't mean we're lazy. Doesn't mean we don't want to work. It just means we want to do it for ourselves.
Well, and I think it's a lot of people look down on it, or like say like, oh, well, you have to work. That's how you get things in life, like, because that's how it's been done for so long, you know? Like, everybody, and this is not to say negatively on people who want to do it the like traditional way, but it's traditional. It's very square. It's very in the box. And now I think like our generation and the generation coming up and the little bit maybe before us is like trying to do things differently, and it's like stepping outside of that box, which is, if you look at anything in life, anytime somebody tries to do something different, like, people are going to say negative things about it or like look down on it. But like when it starts to work and times start to change and like people start to do things differently, then it won't seem that weird, you know? And like, depending on what circles you run in, like YouTube circles, like YouTube wasn't a big thing like 5 years ago, you know, and now there's like tons of YouTubers who like make all their money via YouTube, you know? So things will start to get more normal, you know?
Yeah, this I'd imagine in 10 years' time, watching these videos back of us podcasting, like that'll be seen like as a stepping stone to whatever comes next. But let's just talk it as it is. Right now we've got 2 mics with a microphone arm, a couple of wires into a computer, and we're podcasting. It's probably a $150 setup that we've got right now that runs into our computer that you're listening to this audio through. Now, 20 years ago, $150, 10 years ago, who the hell was podcasting really, and who was trying to be a YouTube family vlogger? You know, it doesn't take a lot of money to try and push what you want to do. It cost us $100 basically to set this podcast up. Yeah, we already had our camera for the stream that you're watching right now, and we already had our laptop, but that's just things that we needed for other things in life. But we said, let's start a podcast. So we did. We spent $100, and now we're podcasting, and this is just another avenue of our life that we're pursuing to try and change it. Plus it's fun. We get to come down here and spend some time together and actually talk about some topics that maybe we don't speak enough about in our day-to-day life. And this, if you're listening to this, you're helping us change our life. If you give this the thumbs up, you're helping us change our life. If you go to our website and buy something in our store, you're helping us change our life. Now, it's up to us to provide the real quality content for you to want to listen to this, for you to want to give a thumbs up, for you to want to go to our store. It is work. It's hard work. And it's just a different type of work. It's not manual labor. It's not an office job. It's not a typing job. It's not a receptionist, teacher. It's none of that. It's a new way to work. But don't get it twisted. Prior to starting podcasting, we wrote a list down of 20, 30 topics that we want to talk about. We're prepared when we come into these things. Sometimes we're prepared when we come into these things, and we have a plan with our channel. And it's like it is its own little business. The side that I would say that this, if we were to look at YouTube or online as being a job, that is way more positive than previous generations, is if you went and your job was to work in a factory making car doors or whatever the case may be, unless you were just really into car doors, there's no enjoyment in that, you know?
Yeah.
This, we're trying to change our life and enjoy it at the same time.
It's just something new, something different, you know, like, look at everybody's job is different, and some people enjoy their job, some people don't. But like, probably actors, their thing is that's not like a normal thing. It's not normal for your job to be dressing up and pretending to be somebody else, you know, like, that's a weird thing. But because we're used to seeing it, like, it's not like weird to be like, oh, my job is an actor. But like, that's a very small majority of people who have that sort of life, you know. Same with like reality stars now. Like, it's not normal to just have a camera walking around filming you all the time and that's how you make your money. But, you know, like, so these things will start, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, times change. That's what I'm saying. That's my point, you know. And like, it might seem weird now, but like, we're working to make it more normal, and I hope that more people go after, like, pursue their
creative
dreams,
side,
you know? Yeah. And even if you're not creative, just like try to like enjoy life more, because life is so short. And like, if you're working a job, like, don't feel the pressure of society to be like, oh, well, you just have to go out and work. That's what you have to do. Like, yes, I understand you have to pay your bills and stuff like that, but like, maybe you just on the side try to find things that you enjoy and make that your job. Like,
Yeah,
you know, try to turn the things that you enjoy into how you make your living.
Yeah, don't become an adult that has nothing enjoyable in their life. Like, you've got to have these childlike elements of things that you want to do, hobbies, things that...
Or things that just list things that are important to you, you know? Like, I would have loved if, as... like growing up, if my parents were around more and we spent more time together. And that's just not to say, like, obviously, like, I was with my parents like every day, you know, like we grew up together, but like I didn't get to like see them like during the summers. They were at work, and me and my sister were just, who knows, like doing whatever kids whose parents work during the summer have to do. Like, we couldn't like be just hanging out together, you know, like, so that's why we're trying to make our life different for our child. So
I think everybody does that for their children. They try to make their life better.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, that's all we're trying to do. We're just trying to do it in a different way, you know? I'm not going to go out there...
And who knows if it will actually work. Maybe in 5 years, we're both still working for the man, but...
That's not how I'm willing to think. That's not going to happen. But that's really it. Working for the man is a necessity right now in life. It has to be done, but eventually
and I think
it
it's
won't
a
be.
necessity for a lot of people. Yeah.
But find a way that it doesn't have to be. Find a way where you can make it on your own. Find a way that you know, waking up, that you've done your best to live the life that you want to live. You know, this sounds corny, and we're in the struggle. We don't live the life we want to live right now, but we know we want to, and the only way we're going to get it is by working hard to get to it.
And trying, you know.
And the next podcast
can't be afraid to fail.
Yeah. And the next podcast is all about what we're actually trying to get to. And it's
LTD, living the dream.
Yeah, it's a big picture of why we're slowly building smaller businesses to get bigger businesses to eventually live the family life that we want. And I'm just hoping eventually isn't 20 years. I'm hoping eventually is 5 to 10. All right. Thanks for tuning in. I felt we got pretty passionate about this one, so that was good. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you click the subscribe and the like button. Like we said during this, it really does help us and benefit us moving forward. And if you want us to show even more support, you can head over to our website, which is lovejamesmarie.com. On there, it's kind of the hub for all of the things that we do: our vlog, our podcast, our blog. We also have an online store where right now we've got quite a few cool items. Got a lot of
shirts, hats, sunglasses, glasses,
and we got a lot of panda themes.
Stuff.
Yeah, if you like pandas,
our kid
head
loves
over.
pandas, so.
And we also do photography services here in Tucson if you're down in Tucson. But with that being said, thank you for coming along with this podcast.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, hit that subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.